Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. This is not MS Build. If you're looking for MS Build, I apologize, you've come to the wrong spot. But thanks for hanging out if you're hanging out live, because there's a lot to steal your attention at the moment. So I appreciate it. But some pretty exciting things happening today. You are in for a treat. We have a special guest. And we have updated to a new version of Visual Studio. So got to go through the release notes. That's always fun. I don't know. We can talk about MS Build stuff if anyone wants to, because why not? But yeah, should we get on to let's get on to the special guest. You ready? I would like to thank this special guest for joining us. Hi, welcome. I believe you're a big fan of the show. Thanks for hanging out. Love the t-shirt. This way, love the t-shirt. Very good. If you watch slowly, it starts to reverse, and it looks really weird watching yourself in reverse. But yeah, there we go. Bit of fun. Yeah. So if you didn't know, I was on MS Build today, which let me find myself, which is easy because my surname it's unique. Yeah, so I was talking about code spaces, which was fun. It's not my favorite topic of all of the ones that I could have spoken about, but now I can say, tick, I've done the MS Build thing, so that was good fun. Good morning, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Let's see what has happened since last we were together. There's a few new followers, actually. I always find it weird not weird, but when people follow off stream, should I acknowledge them? I feel bad if I don't, but I had a few followers. In fact, Melly TC, thank you for following if you're watching, redeemed the color a train reward, but I forgot to set it up so that you had to type in the color of the train you wanted. So I've no idea what color. I'll ask her. It's easy enough. But anyway, evening, Adrian. How are you? Welcome. So yeah, what else happened? I was mucking around a few days ago, so there's been a few commits, but no real work. Just, well, can you see what I did? Fight with YAML, fight with YAML, fight with YAML. Oh dear. It was fun. So yeah, at the last stream, I set up the release, and excuse me, it didn't work. Well, it did work, but it created a release without a version, and it actually created a tag that was refs/head/master, which is the official name of the master branch. And let me tell you, deleting that tag was an absolute nightmare. Just finished talking about it, but nice work on the build stream. Thank you. Yes, I did. We can relive that moment. Here we are. Welcome. This is what it looked like. Thank you. Yes, I was. They're desperate if they're asking me to be on build and talk about something, but hey, I'll take it. I will attend the opening of an envelope, so I don't mind. You need to change your Twitch going live alert because it's still on reducing allocations. Is it? Oh, it does. Whoops. There we go. Thank you. You see, I never see that, so thank you very much, Tim. I have fixed it. What was I going to do? I was going to Google for something. Now I've forgotten now. Anyway, but yeah, so I fixed up the releases, so now they're actually versioned with NerdBank Git versioning, and in the zip file is only the files you need. It's only 8 meg, and I think I even added an icon to it. Let's download one and see. I might have done this. I'm not sure. My memory is bad. This was a Sunday afternoon, I think, project I was mucking around. We'll see. But I mean, the versions look great. You know, G27FF always so much fun. So much easier to get other people to play now. Yeah, I mean, that's the aim. That's the aim. It's an interesting. I wasn't sure whether to call it 0.1 or it's almost a 1.0. Yeah, so this is it all packaged up. There's so many files here. Um, I have a feeling that building Comet from source is bringing in some extras, obviously the PDVs, but I'm guessing all of this would have come anyway, but like, GTK, I don't know. How do I extract this nicely? Let me do that over there. I can't single file it. No, this is one of my annoyances because, yes, as Scott says, it is not .NET Core. This is something that I'm pondering whether to nag James Clancy about this, but I kind of feel bad. Oh, here we go. You now get this screen when you run it, so yeah, maybe I'll worry about that later. I should fix up the exe name though. It's trains.net.wpf, which is not ideal. But yeah, so we have an icon, and I added the version number to the thing there. Is that? Wow, that's a completely different version number. Oh no, G. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. I'm watching full framework coding. How do you think I feel? I'm coding with full framework. This is very disappointing to me. Yeah, so not only, oops, wrong one. Not only is it full framework, this comment.wpf, look, it's not even an SDK style project. So I kind of want to maybe nag James Clancy about that. This needs to become SDK style, but also needs to target .NET Core, which it can because WPF now does. It just doesn't, the effort hasn't been done. So, and I don't think it will because so one of the things from MS Build was Maui. Excuse me, the multi-app platform. I've forgotten what it stands for already. Multi-app platform UI, I think. So this is really cool. I kind of knew that this was coming, haha. But so Comet, does it say? Oh yeah, multi-platform app UI, not multi-app platform. Okay. So Comet is going to become Maui.mvu, and so when it does, which I don't think there's any code for yet here. No, maybe some. But when it does, we can switch over to this. This is targeting .NET 6 only. Like this is like in the future. So, trains.net is Winget. Is it Winget? Wingit? I don't know. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, so this, if we can move to this when and if it's like works, which is probably not for a while, this will solve all of our problems because this will be .NET 5/6 only, which will be good. So right now, Comet is still .NET 4.7.2, but because Comet is becoming, or morphing into Maui.mvu, there's not much point in updating it to .NET Core, I assume. But I don't know. Maybe I should open a PR and see what happens. That's what I was going to do. I was going to look for Visual Studio. There it was down there. I knew I'd done it before. Let's see if there's anything worth talking about in. So 16.7 preview 1 is out. Update now. I don't think I've done anything in here, but what do we got? Test Explorer playlists, rules. Yeah, I don't have enough tests. I should probably want this. The WinForms designer. Now this is funny because I started this project and I wanted to do .NET Core and there was no WinForms designer, so I did it by hand. Now the WinForms designer is out, but I've completely abandoned WinForms. But anyway, that's good. There's some friends who work on that team, so it's nice to see that be released. XAML, yuck, not a fan. XAML, .NET productivity. Oh yes, some actions and refactorings. I always like it when these come out because so day to day I use the master builder VS, and so I've probably been using these for like a couple of months, and it always frustrates me when they then don't work in the real the real version. So oh, that's nice. Catching that. That's cool. Or I guess fixing it as well. Probably always caught it. This generating eye comparable, and I think like last time on the stream I used this generating equals. This is kind of funny now because like this could all just go in a source generator really, really easily now that they're sort of in preview. So I don't know, but I wonder if that sort of thing will change. Like this, you could have generate equals and hash code, or apply this attribute that kicks off the source generator that does it in the background, which would be much nicer because you wouldn't have to have all that code. This one I know I've definitely missed on stream, where if you've got multiple things you want to do, you can just do some of them all in one go. That's cool. IntelliSense for dates, that's nice. I usually don't need that, but I just do things longhand. Change signature. Now this is a funny one. Oh, this is a funny one. So 2 years ago, I started a PR to add, I think it was rename ability to this dialogue, and it was like my first beefy Roslyn thing I tried to do. I'd done a couple of bug fixes, but this was my first like thing I thought I'd try and do something bigger, and I hit such a brick wall just trying to change some of the things in the immutable tree or whatever. And it's funny because I was talking to the person on the Roslyn team who was assigned to me as my buddy. I happened to be over in Redmond a few weeks after, or maybe even a few months after opening this PR, and he was like, "Hey, we should talk about this." And I said, like, I'm happy to talk about it, but also, if you just want to do it, like, I get holding someone's hand can sometimes be way more harder. It's nice to see this come through. I should probably look at the code and just see how wrong I was. Analyzers can use completion providers. I don't know what that means. And some bugs. Nothing super exciting. Anyway, let's write some trains. What are we doing? What are we doing indeed? I'm going to close it because I've got it running. So, something I mucked around with on Sunday, but didn't commit because the code was pretty crappy. I thought we'll do properly. And actually, I could probably bring up my... can I bring up my tweet? I wonder where my tweet is. Let's see if I can find the GIF quickly to show you what we're doing. I'm going to do the proper version of... Oh, this assembly is inaccessible. That's probably just needs a build first. So this assembly comes from Nerdbank Git versioning. Huh. That's very interesting. What happens if I restore NuGet packages? Nope. Okay. Let's try from the command line. That one. Restore. Yeah, so Nerdbank Git versioning injects this class, which interestingly, not using source generators. If it did, this would work. But so it injects this class, so like I think you need to do a build first so that this class can get created and then the build will work. Or at least then Visual Studio will be happy about it. So we'll see if this works. And here we are. So what I was doing on Sunday though was this, which is, oh no, well, two things, sorry. So this, number one, so this is the hitboxes for the trains. So this is how far they look ahead for collisions, etc. And what I did was I made the size of them dependent on their speed. So faster trains look further ahead, which seems to make sense. What it does though, it goes hand in hand with this one. So this one is the cool one. This is trains that speed up and slow down. So if you watch, when I press stop, it takes a bit to stop, and when I press go, it sort of starts off slowly. And even when I press faster and slower there, you can see this number is moving by 1 kilometer an hour. So I think those two combined should be interesting, because what I would like to see, and yeah, this is happy now. What I would like to see is if we can, say for example, draw some tracks. If we put a train here, it's going to stop well before the end, right? Because we're looking ahead 0.8. I can turn on that. So it stopped. Actually, we can watch. Presumably it stops as soon as that purple track gets off the end. Yeah. So it stops, well, it's 0.8 of a track, but half a track-ish from the end of the tracks. What I think would be cool is if when it saw that it couldn't go anywhere, it slowed down to 0, then that had it ending, perfectly at the edge of the track, which maybe that'll be hard. And then when tracks do appear, if it slowly speeds up again, I think that might be nice, but we'll see. Let's do, what are we going to do? Let's do deceleration first. So for that, what did I do? Okay, so, that's right. I wanted to change one thing in here first. Nope, in here. So this is still calling train controls.faster. That's probably okay. So what we want to do is we want to have speed, and I want to change speed to be current speed. And this will always represent the speed the train is moving at. And then we're going to have a desired speed, which is the speed we want to get to. And so if I do this, so what this will mean, once we write the code, so we put a train down, its current speed is 0, but it wants to get to 20. So it will slowly speed up to 20. That's the theory. So the way we do that is in our game loop, which is in here. Faster set current or target. Good question. Faster, I think it looks nicer if it sets the target. And that also means you don't need to worry about weird rounding things. So at the moment, faster and slower change it by 5 kilometers an hour. If it's accelerating from 0 to 20, right, it's going to be at 7. And then if you add 5, well, now we're going to jump to, 12 or whatever. It's nicer if the actual speeds end up at 5. It's setting current. Yes, it is setting current. Nothing uses desired speed at the moment. Slow down. I just made the property. Give me a minute. So if current speed equals 0, this also now needs to be desired speed. This. Desired speed is 0. So it's fine for current speed to be 0, but if we're trying to get to a faster speed, then we want to do this loop. And then I don't think it matters where we do this. So adjust train speed. Train dot. Let's put it on the train. I don't know whether it'll live there forever, but we'll start with this. And basically this needs to go, if we're trying to get faster than our current speed, we'll just do this. Now you could probably do some proper maths to do acceleration non-linearly, but we'll leave it at that. All right, so in theory now, every time before we move our train, we're going to set the speed to a new speed. The cool thing is this look ahead distance, we changed this last week, so this is now speed dependent. So that's really cool, right? So as we increase the speed, it's going to start looking ahead further, and it's going to be really granular. But we pretty much don't want current speed to be used outside of this class, I think. I mean, that's obviously not true at all, but for things like this. So I guess we can just set desired speed here. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that's desired speed. So this we still want to be current speed. That's right. And cool. All right. And then we better do this. Desired speed. And then now when we stop, we don't want to set current speed to 0. We want to set desired speed to 0. And when we start, we want to set desired speed to previous. Okay. Let's see what this does. And presumably, yes, this will break every unit test again, but maybe. Oh, actually, that's what I was going to do. I think I was going to do, I was thinking about doing, checking the code coverage before we start anything, just to see how good the tests are. But okay, so that's working, and then we stop, and it slows down. Cool. And we go. Easy. Now, the hitbox is still the same, so we need to do that. But that actually works. That's surprisingly easy. This number didn't change, though. This should say 0. And... oh, that's a bug. And... oh, and I don't want it to go when you press faster, because it's stopped. Okay, so we need an actual state for the train then. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have a stop flag then. Your trains have cruise control. Did they not always have cruise control? Well, they did have. They always had cruise control. Now they're going to have adaptive cruise control. That I don't know. I think what I want to see from this is if you have a slow train and a fast train on the same track, if the slow train's in front, the fast one goes fast, then slows down, but then this one gets ahead, so it sort of speeds up a bit, and like the fast train kind of does this. I don't know. All the passengers presumably throw up at that point if this does sort of a sine wave, but we'll see. Okay, so we want stop to set stopped, and we want this to set it to false. And so do we want to check the speeds? Yeah, we still may as well. So if the speeds are nothing, we don't need to do anything. Yes, okay, yeah, that makes sense, because then you can slow it right down to 0 without actually stopping it. So if the train is stopped, or we don't have anything to do, that's cool. Our slower and faster methods could do with some validation. Oops, wrong one. Train control panel. Wrong one again. Okay, so desired speed. Didn't we set a maximum of speed? Oh wow, we didn't. Actually, maximum speed. Yeah. I don't feel like this should own speed. So let's do this. This will be nicer anyway, because then we don't need to fight nullability checking. What? It put the slower method there, and it put the faster method there, and they're both smack bang in the middle of a set of properties. Sure. Why not? Okay, so start and stop, and slow and faster. That's easy enough. Yeah, okay, no, so we still action the slower and faster if it's stopped, but the game won't do anything about it. So then I guess our maximum speed is, let's say 200. Just for fun. That could be a parameter at some time in the future. Cool. All right, so the other thing we need to do, though, is update that display. Now, the way I did this on Sunday was really, really dodge, because I was trying out Comet stuff. I'm going to do this not as dodge, uh, or possibly more dodge, depending on your modify property changed. Depending on your point of view. I don't know why, but I still don't want to bring in a dependency on comet in this library. It just feels wrong. So let's not. Oh, am I going to have to make current speed a proper... hang on. In theory, nothing sets this, right? Outside. Yay. Okay, cool. So wherever this is set, I can do it, which is just the adjust speed method, right? Oh, there's a bug. That needs to be desired speed. Yeah, okay, cool. So here I can just fire property changed, invoke this current speed. All right, so we can fire an event from here, and then in our train control panel, in our train controls, I guess. So where we set the train, we go if the train is null. Oh, I hate that. Did you see that? You go if in nu. I always just press space and accept that. But now that native unsigned integers are in, it comes first. That's so annoying. I really hope they're going to change that. So we're going to do that, and we're going to call... yeah, we're just going to call updates in here. And just to be nice, we will clean up. And this is the wrong check. All right. So we should have nice acceleration and deceleration now, in theory. This was way too easy. It took me most of Sunday. That's wrong. I guess I wasn't motivated to work quickly on Sunday. Not that I'm motivated to work quickly now either, but you know. Alright, so a train. Watch the speed control. Yay, counts up nicely. That's cool. I also want to adjust these numbers because I feel like 20 is too low a number. Like when you put a train down, you can only go down a few, but that's certainly slow enough. So that can get to 0, and I can speed up, or I can stop. Oh, so our stop's broken. How did I manage that? What the? How did I manage to break? It says desired speed, yeah. We adjust the speed, going up or down, that looks right. How did I manage to break? Oh, if stopped is true. Okay. We need to do this. No, that's... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so if we're stopped, I do want to adjust the speed and we want to keep moving. So maybe we do just ignore the faster and slower buttons. Yeah. I could do that, but then I kind of don't mind that if you put a train down and you stop it, you can set its speed to 70 and then press go and it'll speed up to 70, which is kind of nice. Stopped if this current speed equals 0. So the problem with that, Adrian, is that then if you stop it, the speed is 0. As soon as I press faster... Oh no, wait. Because faster will set desired... No, that's right, yeah. So you stop... So I've stopped this train. If I press faster, that will set desired speed to some number other than 0. So now the train will start moving again, but I don't want it to start moving again because I haven't pressed go. Or I could get rid of the stop and the go buttons. I mean, stop is essentially set to 0, and then the fact that you have to press faster a few times maybe is not the worst thing. Sets the desired speed placeholder when stopped equals true. Good afternoon, it's Litany. Thank you for joining. The temp bar where it saves it. Oh, you mean the previous speed? This one? Faster sets the desired speed placeholder when stopped equals true. Oh, yes, that's brilliant. Yes, that's brilliant. So if we're stopped, we don't want to set the desired speed, but we want to set the, yeah, okay, so previous speed is now a bad name. We want to set the next desired speed. And in fact, is there any reason not to set both of these together? That's interesting. So I could just set this, then set desired speed to previous speed. Probably doesn't matter. Okay, so if we're stopped, we do that. Otherwise, we change that. I like that. I like that. That's very nice. Thank you, Scott. Bounds check? No, I don't want to. Yeah, I will. Just a second. Jeez. Although in theory, can it ever get to 0? Yes, it can. Okay, so train on. Fast, 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 faster. So it's at 55. Stop. It slows down. 1, 2, 3. So it should be at 70 now. Go. Speed up to 70. Woohoo! Hey! That's really nice. Ah, love it. Pair programming. Also, thank you for the reminder, Scott. And to Romanex, if you're watching on YouTube, last week, thank you, because you guys, you two, totally wrote this hash set thing for me, because, yeah, it was like 2 seconds explaining it, then 10 minutes explaining it to me, and then I did it, and it worked great. Okay, so we want to bounds check it. Yeah, this makes me want to... no, so if we're not... Okay, let's think about this. If we're not stopped, then there's no problem setting previous speed. Yeah, okay, so I can simplify this a bit. So what we can do is we bounds check it here, and we set previous speed. And if we're not stopped, we set desired speed to previous speed, which is a terrible name. Are you planning on having the speed get slowed down by bends? Not at the moment, but it's not a bad idea. I kind of do like the idea of either slow it down because of bends or just derail it. But derailing's probably harder on the graphics. But yes, I do. What I do definitely want. So in my mind, I have this point I want to get to, and it's not like an end goal. I want to have a station. I want to have a station where the train will stop, pick up some people, and then keep going again, all on its own. But to get there, so last week I had to do speed control because you can't stop without speed control. This week we're going to be doing deceleration and acceleration because you don't want it to just stop on a dime. So then the next sort of, or one of the stepping stones to stations is custom track pieces. And so that's probably the next biggest thing that we need. I'm actually okay if these corners, even though it's kind of funny because these are the tightest, but like this method of drawing tracks is really nice. And I really like that you can do that and it's fast and easy. But I also like the idea of having a custom track piece that's like a bigger corner. So like maybe you would have like this, but you know, with a more gentle curve as one track piece, and you'd put that down, and maybe those pieces would have a maximum speed. Or I was actually thinking you would have a straight piece that was a special one with, you know, yellow triangles in it that kind of Mario Kart style would speed the train up. And maybe it would like speed it up, but only for a few minutes, then it would automatically slow back down again, which just means we then need 2 desired speed properties. But yeah, I would I would love to get to all of that. I feel like this is the foundational work for this sort of thing. If speed is greater than Ben, max speed crashed equals true. Yeah, our particle system. You and your particle system. So, just to show off how much of an overachiever Scott is, the the um, the JavaScript version, if you've used it, you may have known this already, but it has smoke coming out of its trains. You can see the little smoke. But that's not just smoke. Oh no, that is a particle system that Scott Holden wrote in JavaScript TypeScript, because why not? If you're not following Scott on Twitter, you wouldn't know that he's also written an Xbox game in C++ this week. Yeah. Anyway, Scott is the smartest person that everybody who's ever met him knows. I love how smooth that is. That's really cool. Okay, but I was doing this, and I don't know if this is right. Okay. Previous speed minus equals 5. Oh, no, I can't do this. Maybe. If previous speed is always kept in line with desired speed. Whoa. So what I'm thinking is, they update this, and then if it's not stop, we just set the desired speed. So that'll work as long as desired speed is always in line with previous speed, which it is, right? Unless something said it directly, which we'll get rid of that too. Actually, you don't need these anymore, do you? Oh no, you do if it's setting it outside the constructor. Okay, let's just see if that compiles. Oh boy. Tests. I told you the test would break. Ray traced trains, yeah. Yeah, look, I'm not saying it wouldn't be good. You have the rotate button and then the whole track, you just rotate it on a 3D axis, and yep, that would be fun, but feel free to fork the repo, I think, for that one. I don't think I'd even accept pull requests. That's too much. All right. Should we do internals visible to? Should we add a set speed method? Yeah, we should add a set speed method. Internal force set speed. Yeah, I don't even think it needs to be internal. I think we can have a set speed method. Test will fail as 6. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we do need. Okay, so we do need. Well, if it's going to be internal, you may as well just do this then. And I don't think I have IVT set up. Nope. Okay, IVT. So, I think that's an item, right? I don't think I've ever. Ugh. I don't think I've ever written one of these in anger. Internals, no. Google, or rather Bing, internals visible to. I'm pretty sure it's just called internals visible to. But I don't want it in an attribute. I want it in a project file. Just in case anyone would like to put internals visible to within a CS project file. No. I'm sure there was a way to do this. Isn't there? Assembly attribute include. No. What? Really? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Internals visible too. That's custom thing. Okay, I could have sworn there was a way to set this up in a project file. Hang on a minute. I think we have this set up in our project files in project system. So, whoops, not top. Do. No, okay, we don't. Ah, here we go, yeah. Okay, just an item. All right, good. Internals visible to So trains.net.tests and all these wonderful errors. Hey, look at that. Awesome. All right. Okay, so what we're doing. So yes, so as long as previous speed stays with desired speed at all times, which it does on the stop, it does on the slower and the faster. Okay, so this should work, and this is a bit simpler then. So we validate it, we set it, and if we're not stopped, we do that. And if you go faster and you're above the maximum, then nothing's going to happen. Yeah, okay, I think that should work. I think that should work. Let us see. We are building. All right, so train is 20. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. What did I do this? Slower. Why did... Oh, that was weird. Oh, previous speed is not starting out as 20. So the first time you press it. Right, okay, so if I go slower, so that's 20. So this should be 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, etc. And go should do nothing. But it moves. Yay! All right. Cool. All right, perfect. So let's just... Do we need to initialize them both? Is there a nicer way? Okay, we're going to call this not previous speed. We're going to call it... where are we? We're going to call it next desired speed. Can I do this? No, I can't. What about this? That'll work. Cool. What is not null? Oh, the event handler. Jeez. Oops. All right. Okay, so we have acceleration, we have deceleration. That is excellent. Do we have tests that pass? Let's find out in 1.5 seconds. Plus the time it takes to build. Oh well. So, how are you enjoying it so far? I will let you get a word in. I just want to explain a little bit of the background first. The project we're working on. It's a nice. By the way, there's a nice Lego sets behind you there. I'm going to accidentally flip back to the wrong screen one day. Okay, we have tests failed. Oh God, we have lots of tests failed. Why is that? Oh, you know why that is? That is because... So these are setting current speed. Oh, I see now why you... Yes, why we need an internal method. Because we also want to set desired speed. Which you can't do because that's not internal. Okay, so we'll have a method. We will do this. And we will have internal mode for speed. And you know what? Let's just set all the things. Okay. Now comes the fun part. We go like this. Can I search and replace this? Do I dare try and use a regex? All right, stand back. No one help. No. Okay. Okay, so that's a... well, it doesn't matter, but we'll escape that. Now we want dot asterisk question mark, I think, or maybe it doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. So anything and then the thing, but we need to capture that, and then we're replacing it with train dot force speed that /1 close bracket semicolon. I think. and we want to do current project. Okay, we found something, and if we hit replace, why did you move? I wanted to see what it did. How do I? Grr. Where was it? Okay, 4 speed /1. Okay, so it's not that. Is it not slashes? Oh no, that's not a group. What do you need a question mark for that to be a group or something? I think. Find next. Nope. I don't want to look at the chat. I know you've typed the answer there in the chat, and I don't want to look. Ah, fine, I have. Dollar? Oh, $1. Okay. I thought you were like telling me to match the end of the string or something. All the Twitch money. Thank you. Thank you for the Twitch money. What did it? Oh yeah, I should get rid of the question mark. Twitch money. Twitch owes me like $1. Speaking of which. Okay, so if I go replace next, why does that move on? That's really annoying. I want that to stay where it was. 4 speed. Hey, it compiles. Replace all. Live on the edge. Go away. Yeah, go away. Cool. Wow. It worked. There's a bunch of warnings, but okay. Let's see if the tests ran. Now we wait for it to build again. Now I can interview myself again, but I won't. Right. So the other thing I want to do is make our hitbox. Oh yes, we wanted to make the hitbox longer. But actually, it's already speed-based. Okay, cool. Test pass. Wasn't it already speed-based? It is. Okay, so we just need to boost it by like 1,000,000,000, because obviously that's not enough. So a speed scale modifier. I wonder if we just got rid of that. I should rename that too. I should probably, yeah, I should rename that, because so if this speed is kilometers per hour, then this turns it into cells per hour. Yeah, okay, so I don't want to get rid of it necessarily. Maybe I will just, let's do that and see what happens. And let me do this, turn it on, and I'm actually going to call it hitbox because it might do more than trains. And just to make it slightly less flashy, I'm going to make it also color the train. Right, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think maybe this is how I did this on Sunday, but what this number is like, yeah, it would be nice if, as I say, this look ahead always just stopped. So if it was just long enough that now the train started slowing down such that this purple square was always just, on the edge of overflowing. But that kind of works. That looks way too big though. Like these trains are going to wait for each other and they don't need to wait that long, right? Because that's not going that fast. That's, what the? That was weird. This train just went through this train's purple area. Oh, because I put down this train first. Ah, this is where train priority comes in. So even though this... Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. If that train's purple area was already there, then it should have waited. Yeah, like then. There's a bug there somewhere. Yeah, so this one's moving first, which is why this one is waiting. But this one shouldn't move because that got there first. Right there. That's, yeah, there's a bug there. The hash set stuff is off. Is that what it is? Oh, because it's not checking the position of other trains? I can't remember what we did. You know what I need to do? I need to check this in. No, let's undo this and then check it in. Can't spell. Is that right? Decel? That doesn't look right. A loop. It goes depth first, not breadth first. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let us review. So we keep a list of tracks for the whole thing. And then we add the tracks we take. Yeah, okay. So even though that train is already taking that cell, we get to move first, so we snag it. But when it didn't do this, none of the trains moved. If I just add to this hash set every time. Oh no, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, that's really, yeah, that's interesting. So we need to look at every cell that's currently taken and add that to the hash set, then do this as we're moving, maybe. I think that maybe is right. If we add every cell that's currently taken, then check if we can move, and then as we move, we add the ones we're moving into. That seems right. Need to build a Z buffer. Allow the train with the most OK cells to move. Is it the most OK cells? I don't really know. Yeah, so this is where priority would come in. Like you could do something like order by current speed. Well, if this was a train, not a movable. Let's try. Let's just try this. We want to do that and that. And get rid of the if. So this should, in theory, just fill up this taken tracks. Let's just see if they move. Let's see if anything happens at all. But no, it won't. Because this train... Now, what it needs is this hash set needs to store more data, that's all. Yeah, so that's not going to... So what we did there was we added this cell and this cell to the hash set. Then we tried to move this cell, but this train, but this cell is taken. So what we actually need is this needs to be a track on the train that owns it. But then now we can't use a hash set anymore. That's annoying. Yeah, this needs to be a dictionary of tracks. Yeah, okay, so this is a dictionary of tracks that store the array of trains. Is that right? Is it an array of trains or is it just one? No, it can only be one. No, it can be more than one. Yeah, it can be more than one, and then the one that... No, it can't be more than one. Oh, okay. If the algorithm is correct, it shouldn't ever get to be where it's more than one. Okay, so this stores track to train, taken tracks, and then we add to the tracks, to the taken tracks as normal. If the taken tracks dot was it try get value? I've forgotten. Was it other track or track? Next track. Okay, so try get value next track out train. Take train. No, that's probably taken too. It's got other train. So if it's taken and other train doesn't equal this train. So if the track is taken and it's taken by another train, and apparently I can't reuse that, so I will go other train 2. Okay, I think that is right. And then this... Do I need this in a loop? No, see, I don't need this anymore. This can now be that, comma, train, and this can go away. I think maybe that will work. Let's find out. Map out all ownership. Resolve any many train to track conflicts. Move only trains that won the resolution or had no conflicts. That sounds like a recipe for trains going do randomly. So that didn't work. Maybe I don't need this anymore though. No, I still want to do that because I still want to find out where all the trains are. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's just check the logic here. If it isn't this train, then break. That sounds right. Okay, so there's nothing in the tracks, so we're adding 5 and 3. I need to fix up the debugger display that. And we're OCD. Easy to remember. Then we move forward. 5 and 3. Oh, is it just, it's just throwing an exception. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of, Tim. It sounded exactly like Scott was describing deadlock killing, and yeah, no thanks. If they contracts. Actually, we could be lazy because our speed issues are not in train movement. Yeah, the mapping out all the ownership and picking which one to move. Oh, can't you do that? Oh, okay. That sounds awfully like I get it. It sounds right, and maybe it would be right, but it also sounds like it could just result in what looks like random movement. And take start ski. And the left hand side. No, okay, good. You got up. Oh, extract method code refactoring provider broke. Okay. One day we'll get Dave to convert tracks into an abstract graph and take the graph theory away. I kind of want to. I do, but no. Although if I did do database resolution type stuff, I could write a custom SQL parser for querying trains. All right, so let's see how these things. Oh, these now have the shorter look aheads too, so it's going to be harder to see. That looked right. Yeah, I need tests for this stuff because it's too annoying to wait. Actually, is that? Oh, so okay. Oh, the trains are still stopping. Oh, that's what I wanted to do as well. So when the train sees an obstruction, it should also just slow down. Go. You. No, you. Oh, that was working. Yeah, the train should slow down when it sees an obstruction too. Because stopping like it does. Oh, that one. Well, I think it just stopped quickly. Um, that's interesting. So how do you slow down? Okay, so that looked a bit nicer. Let's put back this to make it more obvious, though. brute force it on the GPU. I kind of like the idea of a path, but in a graph, but you're assuming that people draw nice train tracks that aren't re-entrant or whatever. I could definitely, yeah, I could expense a new GPU. This is definitely a good reason to. Faster, faster. Okay, see, it still, nah, it didn't work. The green track just went through the blue train's purple bit. This is a weird way to describe things. That's wrong. Grr. I've done nothing. I've achieved 0 things. Thank you, Scott, for cleaning up the chat, by the way. See, right there. The green train should not have moved. What are the chances of being able to debug this with a breakpoint? Probably none. Thus, depth first, not breadth first. What? Didn't you say before? But what? Huh? We're doing everything. It doesn't matter which order you do it in. We're doing everything now. No, I suspect what. Okay, let me think about this. This is. Yeah, no, okay. I want to know what tracks are currently claimed, whereas this is still telling me which ones will be claimed. I don't know if that's the issue. One claims all the track. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's still, yes, it's still the first train. The first train in still gets that cell. Yeah, okay. Add all the trains to the dictionary. Yeah, that. Yeah, okay. And then, although it still seems wrong that it should be able to get to this position, because if a train. So, okay. I think this makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to think through my head. I really want to be able to. It's no, I actually want that to be longer. So, okay, assume this is all purple. So when the train is here, it's occupying these spots, and so it grabs those tracks. If another train is here occupying those same cells, but it was the second one that got put down, then it's going to be the one that, yeah, loses the race. Yep, it is deadlock resolution. Easiest resolution distance between conflict and closest trains. Distance between conflict and closest train. Yeah, that's true. The closest train to the intersection wins. Oh. So what I need to do. Oh, hang on. Let me think about this. If I sort the trains by how far ahead they can move, query that perform the most work has the least work remaining. Yes, that sounds right. If I sort, so I'm keeping track of each step. So in this move train here, we do have these steps. So I can get all of the steps, and then I can sort. So here if I get all the steps there, then I can sort this by the number of steps they were able to make. Maybe. That's weird and interesting, but that might work. That does mean I need to store those things. Oh, this is not what I wanted to work on today. Why is this so hard? Who would have thought writing a game engine would be so hard? All right, let me just check. I'm just curious whether we should do this. I mean, we should do this with tests, obviously. But, yeah, let's see. Well, hey, even store the step up to on the dictionary value and replace if my step is less than the stored one. Replace if my step is less than the stored one. That maybe will work. My code coverage results window opened down there. Okay, let's have a look at code coverage. And yeah, let's just have a look at the engine. Oh, this is way too detailed. Okay, so game board. Oh, actually, 83.5%. That's surprisingly a lot. But yeah, that's not. Can I just like? I want to see it. Um, yeah, there we go. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So it's all covered, but none of it's actually tested. That didn't help. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I have no test that test any of this logic. That's good to know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Closest train wins the conflict without storing multiple trains. Oh, now I'm going to turn off. How do I turn? Oh God. How do I turn off the coloring? Uh, no, I want the windows. Where's the windows? Can anyone see code coverage? Code coverage. Turn that off. Okay. Right. I really want a mode where I can visualize these things. I really want creative mode. Um, what if we never moved the train? I'm just curious whether I can use this as creative mode. Um, a draw layer? Yeah, exactly. Well, but not a layer. Like, so I want this. I want to be able to adjust the speed. So if I put a train here, yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's what I want. Love it. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find the cells that are in conflict, and then, although, okay, how did we get into this position? Is my question. So if I put a train there, it's going to go to there. If I put a train there, it'll go there. If this train is inside this cell, then it wins, right? Because it takes that cell. So how does it tap on the corner? Yeah. And then they go the other way when you put on the vertical. Place a train one above the cross on the second train. You mean that? Yeah. So this train claims all that, and then it moves forward. I still feel like if I could do that without it moving, it would work because right now blue hasn't claimed that, and then green does claim that. So I sort of feel like this, if this, instead of calling move train here, if we somehow said move train but skip the first one, blue wins but green doesn't, only the first one does. But no, because so blue hasn't claimed, right? If I delete green, blue hasn't claimed this track yet, right? But I think because this list of steps here, so this is coloring that far in front of where this train is. What this is doing is finding out all the steps after this one moves. So all I really want to do is capture all of the tracks between here and here without moving. Which is what this is doing. Arrgh. I'm so confused. I don't understand how we end up in this position. If, because actually, yeah, because the train look at render, it calls get next steps, right? Yeah. From the train with the distance. This is the same call. So this is processing these same cells. But when blue moves forward, it will capture the cross and win. But how can it capture it? Right? It's blue again. Gold. Right, so here, this loop is going to fill in all of these purple squares into this dictionary. But we haven't moved any trains. Then we go through and yes, we move blue first, but this call now should fail because this track is taken by gold. Yes, I'm depth first, but unless there's a conflict, I don't think that matters. This track is only taken by gold. You're storing more info, but still the same thing. I'm going to have to get you to explain this to me one day. Today's not the day. Today's not the day. Do you know what I can do, actually? I can attach a debugger. Move blue over by one step. Yeah, but I don't want to. I'm talking about now. Blue shouldn't be able to move one step. Based on the current situation, it should never get there. Right now, no issue. Yes. Right now, well, no. Right now, blue shouldn't be able to move. Okay, so we fill in all the tracks. So what we have here is two things, six things? Oh, yes, tracks. We have, oh, so that seems wrong. They should all have taken 5 tracks, shouldn't they? Blue isn't looking at the cross track. But blue isn't looking at the cross track. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, thank you. I get it now. Blue thinks it can move because it can. It's only looking ahead. Right. Okay. That makes sense. I've forgotten what the tracks look like. Okay, they've both captured one cross. So, how do can I do this? No, I can't. That always on top? No, okay. I need more screen real estate. So they've both captured one cross. I really need to fix up the... See, that's... So the purple lines... Oh, no, I can't see that either. They've both captured that, but the purple box is extending one further. Maybe I'm confused by my own... So blue is going to move into here. That maybe should be colored a different color. Is that what's going on? No. I don't know anything anymore. I'm so tired. Okay, but yes, so right now blue isn't capturing the cross, so blue can move forward, and now we have a conflict. Okay, see, my naivety was thinking that we would prevent conflicts, but we can't because they occur. Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do? We need to have multiple trains so that we can identify conflicts. Int. We need to know the actual trains because I need to know where they are, not just the number of trains, right? And so if it doesn't equal null, dear. Oh, I want a list, not an array, so I can actually use it. Okay, so the easy way out, compare current steps and do resolution inline. Compare current steps to what? Um, okay, then we need to go taken tracks dot add track list. Okay, so this now says, hey, we're allowed to move if it's our cell. Is this just a count then? We can move if that's count is 1? Maybe? Let's find out. Otherwise it's a contains check, but right. So if there's more than one train on the track in front of us, we want to move. That sounds so wrong. But then, if there is only one track, if there's only one train and it's someone else, no, we still need to do that. Whoa, train, winning train, int distance from train. If dictionary contains track, distance from train. Oh, so the maximum distance. Yeah, I could do that. Let's just store all the information. It'll make it easy to debug. So if there's more than one train on the track, dear. Or I'm not the train that isn't the track. Oh, I'm not confident about that either. All right, so now what we should have is this is all of the tracks and this is all of the, well, we'll be able to identify conflicts. So when we get up to a train that is conflicted, we don't need this anymore. When we get up to a train, so if we were allowed to move the train, we now have to go and look through our dictionary to see if that train is part of a conflict. And if it is, you still need there to check if it can move. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, no, what am I doing? I don't need to do this here. I'll do this down here. So this check is just getting really long. So, okay, if we have some tracks, and we try to get the tracks, and there is more than one track, or it's a different... I don't want to write this in one if statement. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, if there's more than one train. We'll go on. Well, I'll grab it. No, there's always one, isn't there? Yep. Okay, so we know there's more than one train in our array, in our list. So we want to break out of this loop if the train we currently are is furthest away from that track. I think that makes sense. Now we have to work out, do we is as the crow flies acceptable? No. Maybe? Ugh. Resolve conflicts in the parent before moving. Yeah, I could do that. That's what I was thinking of first, is doing it outside the loop, but kind of this is where it's all happening. Yes, needs to be track distance because corners. I know. Number of cells. I mean, number of cells is essentially it, but we're not storing that. I don't think we can because no, get next steps doesn't. Oh, okay. We can add that in here. Yeah, okay. I can do that. Had it in the original loop. How did I? How did I have it? This doesn't return. These steps don't come back out. Okay, good. I'll ignore you. Thank you. Okay, so we need to store. Oh God, do I have to store with the train the number of cells, or do I just not add it? I guess your. I guess. I guess the int thing is. Yeah. Okay. Now I think I know what you mean now with the int. So by storing the track here and the number of cells it is away, if this train runs into a track that is further away, runs into a track that has a train that is further away, it can just say, no, 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 I'm claiming this one. Piss off. And then, yeah, that'll make sense. The other thing I probably should do is, can I check that? No, I need to separate this out, like building up this dictionary. Because the fact that it's done here twice is kind of odd. It's very odd. Yeah, okay. Let's try this. We'll make this no, this isn't going to work. No, I still need to know which train it is. So if I make this an int, what's going to happen is this one's going to say, hey, I occupy this track and I'm 2 away. This one's going to see, hey, I occupy this track and I'm 5 away, so I'll let you win. But if there was another train that is also 2 away, then they would both move because we wouldn't know which one to do. So yeah, we need a double. Oh, I really have a dictionary of doubles. Ugh. This is kind of horrible, but fine. I get it. I get it. I gotta fix this up. I gotta. How many times? Someone check how many times during a stream I say I've got to fix this up. Okay. Actually, no. So this actually gets a bit easier now. So what we do is we say, if there's another train and the other trains train and distance. That's a terrible. I'm going to use num steps. Its distance is taken. So if the other train is not me, do we care about me? Yeah, probably. Is train.unique ID. And okay, so this is backwards. This is when we're breaking out a loop. So we're going to break out a loop if the other trains number of steps is less than my number of steps. And then here we're going to do this. Frame steps. I think maybe shouldn't that be an or? Allocating a dictionary time hurts me. Sorry, Tim. This is not performant. We're trying to get it working first. It's not me or I have less steps. It's not me or I have less steps, but this is it's not me. Wait, no. Okay, hang on. If the train is not me and it has less steps, we want to stop. So if the train is me or if it has more steps, we want to keep going because we're going to clobber it. No, I think that's right. I think that's right. I'm not sure. I'm running the game. Excuse me. Because it's backwards, right? Like we're breaking out when this happens. I'm probably wrong, but we'll see. Because it will only check steps if it is me. It will only check steps if it's me. No. If it's not me, because it's and. Isn't it? Am I? Let's find out, because this train won't move if I'm wrong. Yeah, the train moves. And then I do that and hope for the best and see what happens. They're going to miss each other. I'm not sure what just happened. I mean, they moved, nothing stopped, it didn't throw any exceptions, so that's a win. It's a win in my book. Come on, do the thing. That didn't. That looked okay. And that didn't look okay. All right, I need a way to artificially create this scenario. Ooh, I've worked it out. We're going to go to game board. Where are we? We're in game board. We're going to go here. And we're going to say... We're going to have a global stop. That's what we're going to have. We're going to generate a property. And we're going to add a button. And global. Oh, I don't even know. And when we click it, is this injected? Oh, it's not. Does train controller take a game board? It does. Okay. And train control start tunnel global stop. Okay, and we do that, and then we go to here, and we go to here, we go implement, and we go and gameboard, enabled, and pull her up. Okay, so in theory now, I should debug this. No, does not contain a definition. Yes, it does. Oh, I don't think pull. Okay, that's interesting. Did it generate a read-only property? No, private set. Okay, right. So let's see what happens. Stop the trains and put one here. Stop. There we go. Okay, delete. Put one here. There we go. And one here. And they're both gold, because of course they are. I want a different color. Okay, blue. So now in theory, I put a breakpoint on here, and oh, Uh, damn. Yeah, that's going to hit every time. Okay, I put a breakpoint on here, and I press this button, and now I put a breakpoint on here. Okay, so let's just see what happens. Let me go to this. So our taken tracks are... Okay, there's no contention yet. Everyone has separate tracks. 1, 2, 4. That's interesting. 1, 2, 4. That's very interesting. I would not have predicted that. Okay, so we're trying to move. Oops, where are we trying to move? We're trying to move to 9,5. And presumably that's... Oh, I don't even know. That one? No, it's this one. Hang on. We're trying to move to... Yeah, okay, 9,5. So we're not really moving far yet. Now we're going to move to 10,5. Now we're going to move to 11,5. And then I'm hoping we've got one more step in us. Yes. Yeah, I really need to put a proper two-string on track. Actually, I can do this. I can do this. I can pin that and pin that. Okay, that's better. But yes, I do need to... funnily enough, I have a proper two-string. I just chose direction because at the time that's what I was debugging. Okay, so this is... So it's interesting that this is 1, 2, and then this is 4. Although you can't see it on the screen. But okay, so we're trying to move to 11,5. And, well, it's not taken. So, okay, so that should keep going. Now, where are we? We should be... Oh, 11,5 again. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, 8,5. Oh, it's null. Okay, so now we're moving the blue train. Now, in theory, we're checking the green train. Yes, 12,5. Okay. So these shouldn't have any conflicts. Okay, so I should be able to go around until the next tick. Because these should all actually work. Alright, let's check the state of the game now. So 9,5, 9,5, 9,5, 11,5. Okay, so I believe what should happen now... no, I don't know. Did that one not move? Ah, I didn't put the breakpoint on. This is so annoying. I really need a unit test. I need to be able to control this data. Okay, this is the same scenario. That's weird. Okay. So we're trying to move to 9,5, 10,5, 11,5. Still 11,5. Okay, so there's still no conflicts. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, there'll never be... Wait, there'll never be conflicts in here, will there? Because... I'm skipping over it when I do this. Take complete control of time. Yeah, I should do that. Okay. You know what? Let's do this. Okay, so there's definitely a bug because this breakpoint is never hit. Oh, wait. Okay, you gotta wait for the trains to hit each other. Okay, so what is our scenario here? So I would want the blue one to move, which it probably will be whether there's a bug or not. Okay, so what I would expect is they're both going to try and occupy this cell, which is whatever, comma 3, or 2, sorry. And the blue one should come in, take control of that track. The yellow one should come in and say, okay, you can have it. That's what I think should happen. So let's just see what's going on. Okay, so the yellow one is trying to take, I think the yellow one, see there's only 5 here, not 6. So I think the yellow one is trying to add that track. I've also just realized, being a dictionary, this is unordered, so this is confusing. Really confusing. Column 6. No, okay, that's the blue train then. I don't even know. All right, so 7-2 is where we're trying to go, and 7-2 is taken, and it is taken by a train that is 2 things away. It's 7-2 is taken by 5B, and I am not 5B, and I'm 3 away. Yeah, so this is right. This is the yellow train saying, hey, you're there, so I'll let you go. So that looks right. And again, yeah, so the blue one is now moving through. Okay. This is right again. Blue one is moving. I'm going to need to speed one of these up to introduce a different reaction here. Because otherwise we're just going to watch these trains go around doing the same thing over and over again. And now they're never going to hit each other. Come on. Do something interesting. Okay, so the yellow one should win this. Yellow one should win. So we're trying to move into 12,5. And I wish I knew what color it was. That's the track anyway. Okay, so we're trying to move to track 12,5. 12,5 is taken by D7. Okay, so D7 is yellow because there's less tracks. So 12,5 is taken by D7, and it is 2 away. I am 6 away. So then yellow should move. Yeah, and yellow is moving. Why? Maybe this was working and I just didn't see it then. It certainly looked wrong. When I just let it go, it looked wrong. Let's take the breakpoint off. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, this looks great. Okay, I could have sworn it looked wrong before, but maybe not. Let's delete that train, and we'll delete that train. Let's just put down 2 new trains, there and there, and we'll just see what happens. And of course they're both green, because yeah, this looks okay. Yeah, okay. So this looks cool. So what would be... Ooh, well, yeah, maybe that was borderline. What would be cool to do now is, so the train that has to stop, I actually want it to slow down. So let's... All right, we better commit this. Although I bet... No, do any of these tests pass? Oh, tests. They're just so boring to write. Oh dear. There's just too much math. Like trying to work out, okay, I'm going to put a train there and then I'm going to tick my timer this many times. It's not my idea of fun. Necessary evil. Hello, welcome, Dev BB. Do these trains follow a Bezier? No, they do not. They do not follow a Bezier. They are constant speed. It's just a constant speed around the arc of a track. Ugh. I can't even reason about why these are wrong now. Yeah, no fancy things here. The only thing what we're working on today is the oh wait there we go. The acceleration. So if I stop it, it kind of slows to a halt, and then if I speed it up, it goes. That that little bit of realism we're doing, but yeah, it's still linear acceleration and deceleration. I try to avoid math, and so busier things are annoying. When that stopped at 0, that really should not be there. That's a bug. Oh dear. All right. Why does this test fail? And is it expected 3 and actual 1? And what are we doing? We're moving 3 horizontal tracks. Oh, have I just broken the... Have I just changed how this works? Well, it's not working. Maybe that's why. Yeah, okay, so that's stopping way too far out. Oh, no, it's not. No, that's right. No, I think I've just increased the look ahead. Yeah. You have fixed look ahead offset. Yeah, the issues of global stop. Yeah, okay. I might get rid of the... though I kind of like the idea of a global stop, actually. I just said just different. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably... It's probably it, hopefully, maybe. I guess, well, is it all of the movement tests that failed? No, so these movement tests worked. Maybe these are more unit tests. Yeah, these are the movement ones. Ah, full game tests, yes. Full game. All right, that's cool. Okay, cool. So they all work, and I can now put down trains, and the trains go, and I can turn off the ugly hitboxes. Oh, whoops. Helps if you don't put trains on the same track. Put down the trains and go stop, 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 stop. Awesome. Almost, but not quite creative mode. That'll do. Don't need that breakpoint. You know what I will do though? Can this be a thing? Yeah. Oh, then I need to inject it. Nope, never mind. Toggle power, there we go. All right, let's commit that. Nicer train collision avoidance. Worse code. All right. Okay, so then I think last thing to do to make this really nice is they're still stopping on a dime when they stop. So what that means is if we can't move the train, then we want to, well, we don't want to stop it. We want to set its desired speed to 0. But we want to have this one allow it to restart. So we don't want to set stopped, which is what stop does. We want to do this. I guess we could call this pause and resume maybe. Do we need another flag? I guess technically speaking, we possibly should have another flag so that this next desired speed can't get into a weird state. Oh, maybe it can't anyway because we're only ever increasing by 5. Yeah, this might be okay. Yeah, we'll see. So slow to a stop, and then we're going to have obviously start to a go. I don't know what this should mean. Okay, let's go with pause and resume. Ah, press escape. Okay, so pause and then resume. We just do that. Yep. Okay, that looks cool. So all we should need to do is in here we want to pause it, and then therefore in here we want to resume it. So if we're calling this, okay, no, so we don't want to call this more than once. So we don't ever set next desired speed to 0, and then to resume, if we're already going to our desired speed, that's okay. All right, let's see if this works. I think this look ahead is too big as well. I think it should be more proportional to speed, maybe. But maybe not. Alright, so we put a drone down. That still works. We put another drone down. Make it go faster. Oh! It did it! It didn't quite stop. Oh, that was it. I'm going to get rid of these hitboxes. Do the trains have carts that follow? Ah, not yet. Not yet. But we'll get there. Carriages. Oh, that's funny. They really slow down. Like, that slowed down super early. Yeah, okay, so I'm looking ahead way too far. That was slowing down here because it was trying to... That's kind of cool, but it looks really jerky too. That's really weird. I wonder why it looks jerky. It shouldn't look any different to... Like, if I press stop... Stop! There we go. Oh no, I've broken... Okay, I've broken this. Like, that stops and starts pretty well. Okay, so... Oh, you know what? It's probably this loop. Oh. Is it constantly... Maybe it's constantly flicking between the two. To answer your question about carriages, so this is a port to .NET of this game, although we've now changed enough functionality that I'm going to say it's a different game. But so this one has carriages, and you can add more carriages. But I haven't done them yet in .NET because this is by far the most buggiest part of this JavaScript game. So usually some combination of, oh, it's not happening. Sometimes even you just change tabs for a second, then you wait, and you come back. It's not doing it. Usually you get all sorts of craziness going on with carriages. Let's... Oh, rainbow train. Oh. 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 I'm trying to enact a bug. Go. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so carriages are on the list, maybe, but it's perfect code. It's not. It's definitely not. All right, what's going on with this thing? Why did stop break? So, when we stop, we capture the desired speed. So if we were trying... Okay, so if we pause, then stop, this is going to capture our desired speed as 0. 750 carriages. Wow. I mean, in theory, this one can have up to 750 carriages. Carriages, they shouldn't add too much complexity. So this is all drawn, this is all procedurally drawn, pixel by pixel. But as long as the carriages follow the trains, this is like, it's just more drawing time. Yes, coal and economy. Well, I mean, you need 750 carriages for social distancing purposes. But like, so if I turn on the diagnostics here, so which you can't see because there's a track over the writing, but that's not going to work, and that's not going to work, and there we go. Uh, let's make this a fun track. There we go. So if I do this, so you can see here trains draw time. Oh, I'll turn off those ugly hitboxes. Um, so the trains are, well, the trains are pretty quick to draw, like less than a millisecond for even all this lot. So I don't think carriages should affect the speed too much. Oh, I love how these guys all just kind of wait and slow down a bit. That's so cool. Although, yeah, you can see this speed is constantly. Oh, that's so cool. Look at them. Look at them all. They're just like, wait, no, just if we go slow enough, we won't crash. Oh, no, see now, here's the bug. So this red one has stopped completely. So the green one stopped completely. So now the purple one's going to stop completely. Oh, I love it when that sort of stuff happens. Like, I did not plan for any of that, but you put these little pieces together and it's like they got minds of their own. That was so cool. I love it. These two guys, they're way too close together. So this is where, if I turn the hitboxes back on, whoa, yikes. Can I still? Yeah, go on. So this is where the hitboxes, like this one's hitbox will be out here somewhere, but my hitbox is some random number, and then I'm saying, oh yeah, slow to zero, and it slows one kilometer an hour every tick. There's no relationship between the hitbox or anything else. So um, I love that. You acknowledge the message box and now it crashes. I was happy to stay up when that that looked really cool. Okay, so what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So if we're paused, we want to, well, maybe we just need a different speed here. So what we need is a pause, a resume speed, and it shouldn't matter what it is. So when we pause, we just set our resume speed. Resume, we set this. Oh no, that's still going to have the same problem. When we stop, we're still going to set desired speed. I guess we set the resume speed then? If the desired speed is bigger than the resume speed, maybe? I don't really know. Let's just keep them all the same. And yeah, so when we stop, so next desired speed is the speed we're going to restart at. Or we have a flag to say, yeah, we're pausing. Yeah, maybe that's what you do. We just need next desired speed here, but we have a flag that says if we're pausing, we just don't need to do this because we're already. Oh, in fact, actually, we can just go. No. Yeah, a flag for pausing is good. A constant target speed, then a nullable target speed override. Ooh. Yeah, I mean that could work. It's the target speed is not the problem. It's the saving the last good speed. I think well, there's two ways to do it. Then you can either just do, if your desired speed is already zero, don't do this. But that technically means you could slow the train to a stop, then press stop, and then it would, when you press start, it'll go to 5. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. If we're 0, we'll just return. I actually should, you know what? When we go slower, yeah, let's not let's not let it get to 0. I think that probably makes it more sensible. And then this should now be fine, and the stop button should work again, I think. But I still don't know why the trains look weird. You never override the target speed, so you never need to resume. Oh, I see what you're saying. So when you pause, you don't set the desired speed, you set the override. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think it still just looks weirdly jerky. Um, what does it look like on a straight line? See, look at it going between 0 and 1. Oh, that's really weird. Why does it think it can move every half a tick? That's really weird. If it's not moving, wait, what? Okay, so hang on. So let me just, we have a computer and we're giving it the same inputs, but apparently it's getting different outputs every tick. Oh dear, like how I blame the computer there, not me. Okay, so I'm never going to see this. Let's speed this up. Oh, I am going to see it. Yeah, see, look how jerky that is. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. When I pause the train, I still need to move it. I'm not drawing it. Yeah. So when we set the desired speed to 0, we don't actually draw the train until we're ready to move again. So this is going to be interesting. Because at 0 it can move as look ahead is dependent on distance, so it speeds up, but then the new look ahead is longer. Oh, you're right. At 0 it can move. Yeah, okay. That is interesting. All right, so let's see. So this should be... So, well, first of all, stop. No, stop still doesn't work. Oh, because I'm constantly resuming. I only want to resume if it's... Okay, that's why stop doesn't work. So we only want to do this if we're paused. That's cool. Look ahead should be based on the original target speed. Well, I like the look ahead being based on current speed. I think just if I think an override for 0 is just stop looking, but maybe. If I stop, I should be looking ahead by my original speed. No, see, I disagree because if I stop, when I start again, I'm not going to immediately jump to my original speed. I'm going to go, like, if I'm stopped and I'm trying to get to 70 kilometers an hour, it doesn't matter if there's a obstruction 70 kilometers away. I'm going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the smoothness that gives. No, I think it's just a special case for if its speed is 0, then look ahead is 0. Oh, that was nice. Did you see that? Look how smoothly that slowed down. Oh, look at that. So this guy now, so this is adaptive cruise control. He's matched the speed of the blue train because that's all he can do. If I slow him down again, that's so cool. And they did interact there a little bit. I need to put back some trains with different things. So go, interact. No, they're not doing it. Okay, let me delete this and let's do another track here. And I'll put a train on. And now we wait for this one to go around the obscenely long track. Do 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 do. And we'll just make that a bit shorter. And of course they didn't interact because that would be too neat. Give it more of a fighting chance. Oh no! I'm bugging it all up. Crap. No, what are you doing? How did you get on the same track? Hang on. Go away. Oh, you know what? I had the toggle power button. Should have pressed it. Okay, that's what I want. There we go. Right. Drain. Okay, that got very close, but it kind of... I think it did. I think it worked. You go faster. Come on, do something. So there's currently 6 people watching trains, waiting for them to not hit each other. I just like to point that out because I think that's hilarious. Well, I mean, it's working because they're not stopping, right? Like they're not supposed to. Yeah, there you go. That blue one just kind of slowed down a bit. Oh, I've crashed again. I should probably find out what this crash is. I like it. They don't seem to ever occupy the same space, but also they never quite so. Although that was very close. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's try this old one. That and that. And we do the do, and that doesn't work. Okay, so there's still a few bugs. Yeah, once they stop, they never restart. I'm beginning to think your train override, speed override thing might be a good idea. Oh, yeah, see, why do they still almost hit each other? And why isn't this blue? So this blue one and this purple one must be both one cell away, and there's no, so no one moves. Okay. Well, I mean, I can fix that. I guess I just let one through. Oh no, less than. All right, I'm gonna call it because I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted, which is why I'm writing silly code. But that looks pretty awesome. There's a few bugs, but we'll work them out. That's okay. There's always next week. I love the slow. I love the adaptive cruise control. I think that's awesome. It's like put down a train, put down another train, and speed it up, and then just watch. And they just oh, I forgot the arrows. See, I love it. Blue is just trying to like, come on, let me fast, come on, let's go, come on. It's so cool. Look at it. Oh, it's already matched the speed, even though it's that far away. That's cool. All right, what is this null reference exception? Oh, it's in my, what? In the binding property changed. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So it's either the speed or the name, even though they're both fine. I guess the train. Current train value is null. That's fine. That. Oh, yeah, okay. No, wait, that was. Anyway, we'll worry about bugs next week. Cool. Trains slow down to wait for each other. I am very happy with that. And now we push, and now we see if GitHub Actions works. And we see if it creates one release or three. But I think it should be one. Cool. Yeah. One build, one release. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. It's good. Yeah. You enjoyed it? It's good. Nice t-shirt. Okay. Cool. Thank you, chat. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the slight ramblings there. I feel like that one, yeah, not my best, but that's okay. We got there. I really like how smooth they are. And I think, barring the bugs, and I really should, maybe next Sunday I'll write some tests. But I think, barring the bugs, I think if the speed control, if I can get those bugs worked out for that speed stuff and maybe adjust the look ahead factor a bit, I think maybe a custom track, maybe, might be fun. Or we could do carriages. Don't know. Anyway, thanks a lot, and I guess I should find somebody to raid, because that's the thing you do. Let me find somebody who is on today. I'm going to raid a fellow live coder. Yeah. Who wants to play some marbles? Or do we want to... Terraria. I'm not a big Terraria person. Ooh, let's build a mobile app. Firebase. I don't really know Firebase. Let's go with marbles. Alright. I'm typing it in. We'll catch you next week. And 3, 2, 1, get ready.